What's up, everybody? UFC 197 is coming on today. I'm pretty stoked to watch it. We get to see John Bones. This isn't my final form Jones. Exhibit his new form, his second stage, his second form. He's gonna fight OSP, another exciting fight in the octagon. As far as my layman understanding of martial arts goes, they can both express ship fists and ankles to people's head, and if they get one of those express shipments in the right space somewhere around here, it's night for both of them. But chances are John Jones is gonna steal the night as he has so many times. But I think it's Robin Black. I was watching some coverage for this, and it was Robin Black who was saying, but it's fights like this, like the Buster Douglas type of fights where it was like, he's going to get steamrolled, that Mike Tyson gets knocked out on. Now, also on the card, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson is fighting Henry Cejudo, and another extremely exciting fight, for me, at least. Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, one of my favorite fighters in the UFC, is stepping into the octagon yet again. He's got excellent skills. He's very well spoken. And he plays video games. He streams on Twitch. I mean, what else can there be to like about the guy? He's a gamer. He's a fighter. Really good fighter. And it's not an ass hammer. So, he's fighting Henry Cejudo, who's an Olympic gold medalist, wrestler, the best of the best. It's the best of the best fighting the best of the best in this scenario, and I'm very excited to see such an event as UFC 197. But what's drowning out UFC 197 is UFC 200. There was a press conference yesterday. I watched it. I think Dana White is messing everything up. We'll get into that right now. Conor McGregor didn't go to this press conference. That happened yesterday. And so therefore, he was kicked out of UFC 200. Now, here's the thing. Nobody wants to see a UFC 200 without Diaz versus McGregor. I'm sure somebody like me will still watch it because I want to see Joanna Jędrzejczyk fight. I want to see, I forget who she's fighting. Claudia Gadelha. I want to see the Rafael dos Anjos versus, I forget who he's fighting too. That bald dude. I've heard his name, but it's just not coming to me. I want to see a lot of the fights on the card. But the crowning fight, the cherry on top of the cake was McGregor versus Diaz 2. Now that you're not having McGregor Diaz 2, I mean, most people would rather see the bottom of their shoe for 3.5 hours and watch this fight. And there's only one person messing it up. Yeah, McGregor didn't come to the press conference. Sorry, like John Haddock said in the press conference itself, life isn't fair. Conor McGregor generates more attention. He generated more attention with one tweet than that whole press conference did and everything that was said there. He's generated more attention for this fight in a few tweets than Dana White has done all year. Now let's get into Dana White. This is the fight we should have. It's the fight that people want, but there's only one person messing it up. And it's Dana White, aka Fathead that runs the UFC. Making tons of terrible choices. I mean, when it comes to a choice that impacts the UFC and the fans are over here, Dana White seems to always choose against the fans. He's always making his ego felt. I mean, screw this guy. We should find a new UFC president. Who wants Dana White anymore? He's just messing things up. If we get a new UFC president, things will be changed. The game will be better. But we can't have that happen as long as we got this fathead who's got a gambling addiction and gets himself a servant to serve him stuff on silver platters. Screw this guy. Screw Dana White. He's screwed up UFC 200. He's screwed up fights before, and he's screwed up people's career. Just because he's a fathead with an ego. Forget this guy. He's terrible managing this business. Want to see Conor McGregor at UFC 200 fight Nate Diaz? Almost said Nick. What an idiot. 197. If he could have messed it up, he would have. If they put Dana White in an opportunity to mess things up, 100% he's going to mess things up and then go spend company money on gambling. Screw this guy. No, I don't even like him. I love the sport. I love the UFC. I don't like Dana White. As a fan, I think Dana White hurts the organization, and he's an opinionated fathead who has nothing doing with promoting the fight game, which he makes terrible choices at doing. I'm out.